Okay, so this week I wanted to continue the theme about why the gear you're using matters. Um, and it generally matters more when you have intent. What do I mean by that? If you're intending to capture particular types of images in particular types of settings. And I couldn't think of a better comparison than these cameras. Leica M11. Let's see. I don't know what it's here somewhere. And the Leica M Monochrom, in this case the Type 246. So what these cameras have in common is, of course, they're both made by Leica. They have the same form factor, though the M246 is somewhat thicker. But they have the same lens mount. The focusing methodology is the same. Now, there are some technical differences. Of course, the M11 is a 60 megapixel backside illuminated sensor. And the M246 is a 24 megapixel CMOS sensor that does not have an IR cut filter. So it produces monochrome images or black and white images sharper. There's less glass that the light's passing through. It also has increased sensitivity in darkness. Now, one very important difference is ISO. The M11 has a base ISO of 60. The monochrome has a base ISO of like 340 or 360. So that's a significant difference, in addition to the types of pictures that you can take. Now, obviously, the M11, I can take a color picture and convert it into monochrome, but that doesn't give me the same performance if I'm interested in black and white shooting as my M monochrome. Additionally, on the M monochrome, I can put a red or a yellow filter to really add drama up front without post-editing to skies and water and things like that. So also the M246, the tonal range is actually slightly better than on the M11. It's also, and this is going to sound weird, it's slightly sharper at native resolution than my M11. Now, granted, my M11 is extraordinarily sharp, but if I were to put the M11 and take pictures at the 30 megapixel resolution, and I were to compare these using the exact same lens, I will actually get a sharper image out of the M246 than I will out of the M11. Now, the main difference there is when I zoom in, the 24 megapixel image out of the M246 monochrome is going to fall apart faster as far as its resolution and scalability, where the M11 will hold together significantly longer. So, big difference there. And it's an important difference. So, now, a couple of other important differences is the M11 does have an electronic shutter, which allows 1/16,000th of a second capture, which means I can shoot at a depth of field wide open in full daylight and not blow out the image. can't do that with the M246. On the other hand, the M246 takes and does really nice things in full sunlight, but you have to be more prepared. And that's what I mean about the intent of your picture capturing is important. Now, ergonomically, the cameras handle the same. The menu systems, not exactly the same, but extraordinarily close. It's very simple. Also, comparing these to like my Fuji X-H1, it's an entirely different experience. And the Leica cameras have really, M cameras in particular, are really about the shooting experience. It's an enjoyable experience no matter which M body you have. Both cameras actually make you slow down a bit. Now, I will say I can shoot faster using my M11 than I can with the 246. But again, that's due to intent. The M11 I'm carrying around as my everyday shooter. My M246, if I know I'm going to be in full day sunlight and I'm not going to have like golden hour type light, then I'll take the monochrome. And also, if I know that I want those images to be monochrome / black and white images, I'll take the monochrome. And in fact, kind of as a special thing for Halloween, I'm probably going to shoot the monochrome exclusively for the next 2 weeks. In our new neighborhood, apparently the people around here really enjoy Halloween. So much so that there's been some interesting decorations, and some of these people have invested a lot of money in their decorations, and some are quite hilarious. So I'm going to start shooting with the monochrome for the next couple of weeks and put together a special slideshow for the Halloween and show off some of that. So anyway, so like I said, in this case, gear matters a great deal. But it's because of intent, and because I'm looking for specific results and experience and enjoying my shooting experience. Now, don't get me wrong, I like shooting with my Fujifilm X-H1, but the experience is completely different. I take that camera because it does have autofocus. So generally, I'll get more quote-unquote keeper images. And I'm sure when I replace that, I'll probably either replace it with an XH2 or when they release it, maybe an XH3. I have considered replacing it with an X Pro. Now, if it's an X Pro 3, or perhaps if Fuji comes out with an X Pro 4, we'll wait and see. But my shooting experience with that camera is different. That camera is less about intent and more about just grabbing good results. So there's that. Anyway, but when it all comes down to it, gear matters a lot. Now, if you're just an individual who wants to capture nice pictures, none of these cameras that I mentioned today, not even the Fuji X-H1, would I recommend to a person who just wants to gather nice, good images. Now, a Leica Q, the Leica new Deluxe 8 or Deluxe 7, those are fine cameras. They're on the pricey side for that kind of image taking. You'd probably be better off getting one of the Fuji X100 series cameras. It'd save you a lot of money. Those cameras are quite capable, and they're great for you just want a carry around camera and you don't have any intent of what you're shooting. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you like this video content, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. And for now, that's it. We'll see you next weekend.